got a little departure from the norm for me. Although I am at a Ford dealer, I mostly do Ford stuff. Although I do some other brands. This is a used vehicle. This is a 2017 Volkswagen Golf GTI. And it's got this type of sunroof. It retracts back over the roof. And it had a leak from the headliner and onto the floors and everything. Well, this sunroof's a little different in that it seals against right here, but this is the main seal. So the seal, since this is the type of sunroof that retracts back over top of the roof, it comes forward and sits down on this seal, and that's what seals it. Now, it's not the tightest seal in the world, but between this and this, water really shouldn't get up to here. Well, except water, you can see where this is wet. Water was just standing here when I got to this car. We've been having a lot of rain. And I'll show you right there. And I do believe you can see that hole right there. That's a drain. This little outer trough right here, what it was doing is it was, water builds up and it just sits up against this seal and it'll spill over in through it anyway. So that's not good. And what I did was I blew it out. Now, you don't want to blow it out with compressed air because you may blow it off at the other end and then you'll be in trouble. But what I blew it out with was this. This is a good length of just vinyl hose that you can buy at a big box store or, hardware store. And I use this for all different size, different types of sunroofs. But you just stick it right down in this hole and blow through it with your lungs. Now, it was stopped up pretty tight with dirt. So initially I blew on it and I could not blow it through. And you don't want to try to force that through, because if the blockage is tight enough, and this is with any sunroof really, but the blockage if it's tight enough, it might blow it off at the other end and then you might have a real problem. So what you do is you kind of suck on it a little bit gently, because if that blockage turns loose and comes back in your mouth, you're not going to be happy. I have had that happen a few times over the years, but lung power is the best way to do it. You don't want to use compressed air. But what I did on this one was I blew it and then sucked it back and forth like a kid playing with the straw at the restaurant in his drink. Back and forth, and what it did was it loosened up the blockage, and all of a sudden it blew right on through. And then I ran some detergent through there and it was good to go. So anyway, that's a little quick deal. 2017 Volkswagen Golf GTI with a sunroof that it's not really a panoramic, but it is a pretty gigantic sunroof. It doesn't have a rear pane of glass. If you've got a leak from the overhead or on your floors or anything, you may want to open it up and pour some water in this little trough right here and see if this drain, again, right there, is flowing. If it's not. Now, the other thing you might be able to do is run a trimmer cord, weed eater cord down in there, and you may get lucky and knock the blockage out, but probably not, because the blockage usually is down at the bottom. But if you get lucky, maybe it's up there. Try that first and then go with something like this. Just stick it in there and blow on it. All right, questions, comments, let me know.